What is up, all you gamers, YouTubers, and all you roughnecks out there? It's your boy Deal Rico. It's coming up to the later part of Tuesday, and yeah, I am back. I am finally, well, not finally moved in. I've definitely got the majority. I got my computer, my gaming setup here, a lot of the living room, a lot of my bedroom, and posters, and all of that stuff is up. So thought I'd come over here and do a really quick video before the night's done. Um, I want to talk about the NBA Finals. I'm going to say that for tomorrow, though. Today, obviously, it's Tuesday, so we always talk about our tactics because it's Tactical Tuesday, and I'm just kind of repeating and rambling because I'm going off the top of the dome. But anyway, with Tactical Tuesday, we always talk about our tactics, whether they be about the in-game play that I'm doing or whether in life. And since I just went through this whole moving transition, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about moving tactics, like how do you get yourself ready? What things to look for, what things to, if you're going to hire movers, you're going to do it yourself. And the thing is, I think I pointed out like everything just kind of happened so fast for me. We only had 2 weeks to get our stuff together, to make sure everything was packed, everything was ready for mover. Because I ended up hiring movers, but the movers came. I had to take care of the my last apartment, give them a little notice, and all these things come into effect. So what is it that you're going to be doing now? Well, first of all, are you moving out of your house into an apartment, or are you moving from an apartment to an apartment? That would be the first thing. So for me, I was moving apartment to apartment. But if you are going from your parents' house or somewhere to getting your own place and becoming independent, the first thing I would probably think to look into, because you're going to have a lot of help, guaranteed, no matter how old you are. If this is your first venture on your own and doing it that way, you're gonna have a lot of help. You're gonna have your parents. Your parents are gonna call your aunts and uncles, and they're gonna call some big burly friends. Because at the time, you're not gonna have hardly anything. You're not gonna have a couch and a love seat, and you're not gonna have a whole, entertainment center and living room setup. It's pretty much your bedroom set. And I used to be able to do that in like 4 hours. I used to be able to move from one place to another in 4 hours because that's all I had for a long time. I would move in with other roommates. They already had their setup kind of thing. And so yeah, so your first time venturing out, you're gonna have a lot of help. So basically it's just a matter of how much time do you have, and what do you need in order to make your transition. What things are you gonna keep? uh, I'm pretty nostalgic, so I kept a lot of my high school memorabilia. I have a couple of trophies and medals that I've won. I have pictures. I have notes and movie stubs, and I keep them all in a little shoebox and everything. But I wanted to make sure I kept all of those. When I graduated, my mom made a kind of they took one of those big cardboard like science boards that you see at a science fair, and she took a bunch of just pictures of me, and all throughout since I was a baby all the way up to my high school, and people were signing things, and so I kept that. I thought that was really cool. um, but yeah, when you move out of your parents' house, what exactly do you want to keep along with you? Or is it more of a, I want to get out and just kind of forget the past kind of thing, so just give me my bed and my TV and that stuff? Or again, are you like me? You want to make sure you have all your little knickknacks and all the little nostalgic memorabilia kind of stuff. Uh, the other part is, are you moving from an apartment to an apartment? Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Because when you're moving from your parents' house to your apartment for the very first time, there are a lot of things that you don't think about. There's, you think you have everything under control and everything kind of thought out, like, oh, I already know what the rent's going to be. We've already, my parents have kind of lectured me on this, and I already know that the PG&E, and if I want to have cable, it's going to be about this much, and I can't have movie channels because I only make this much. And so you have a general idea of the basic bills. What the thing that I remember always forgetting is like, oh man, I don't have a trash can. That was like the biggest thing, because obviously you're unpacking, you're getting rid of your stuff, and you look around. It's like, I don't have, I put, what is it? You put clothes in a garbage bag or something, um, and again, you turn around and there's nowhere to put your garbage bag. You can't throw it away. You can't put the garbage bag into a garbage can to use because there's no tears or rips. But there's like, that was the very first thing. Make sure you're prepared. So garbage can, a plunger, like I needed one for my very first roommate. and we did not. That was something that we learned like the next day. Like, oh, we got to go out tomorrow and get one because yikes. So, uh, vacuum, that's always a good one. A broom and a dustpan, uh, soap. You know, you always bring your shampoo. You always bring your toothbrush and toothpaste and everything, but you never think about like hand soap. Like when you want to wash your wash up before eating, or if you're doing the dishes, you have nothing. Just little cleaning things like that always seem to elude your mind a little bit. Um, Toilet paper, paper towels, washing towels. Like you've been so dependent on your parents when it comes to these kind of things. Like take a look around. Like if you're venturing out for your first time, take a look around your parents' house and see the things that you use that you know you're going to be using on an everyday basis. You know, you shower, you're going to need linen and towels over there. You're going to need more than just one bed sheet. Trust me. Your mom's not going to do your laundry while you're away. So, again, just, yeah, make sure you take a good hard look around because there are a lot of things there that I'm sure you're going to need. Now, as for the next part, I was talking about moving from one apartment to another, and again, once again, it all comes down to what am I going to keep, what am I going to leave behind, and for me, there were a lot of like little things that I left behind. Maybe some because I was under a time constraint. I wanted to make sure that I had everything packed and ready for just a certain day. There was a day and a time that I had to be out of there, and that I wanted to get everything done. So when it came down to that, the very last pretty much hour that I was doing anything, I separated everything, and I was just like, okay, this is the stuff I know I want to take. This is stuff I know I can live without. Um, I've been living on my own for a while now, so I've collected quite a bit of things. I have my own living room set. I have an entertainment set. I have one, two, three, four, five. I have about six different TVs, and, and while you could see like the progress over time what they've done. I got the one with the huge back on it, and then I have some flat screens, a nice living room one that's pretty big. But I don't want to let the other ones go. I mean, I can sell them at any time, so. But I didn't want to let those go. So again, it just comes down to what I want to keep, what do I want to leave behind, and then much like what I did, you're gonna have a time limit too. When you tell a manager of your apartment, I'm gonna be out, I'm not gonna live here anymore on this date, they expect you out on that date. Uh, and then you have to take care of all your other things. You have to take care of your cable company, make sure they transfer the service, or if you want to cancel the service, there's that. Same thing with electricity. If you're going to go to another place, if it's not in somebody else's name, make sure they transfer the service or cancel it if your future roommate, already has one. Um, and if you're moving in with other people that might have stuff, you got to decide whose stuff are we gonna use? Because I love my couches. My couches were comfortable as hell. They are like a fake kind of leather, so in the summertime it might not have been a good idea to keep them around because when you get hot and you sweat or something like that, and you're sitting there, you just end up sticking to it. So I ended up, excuse me, for this place, I ended up foregoing most of my living room set. I kept all the important stuff, my TV and one of the futons anyway, my movie cabinet, all my DVDs, those are all around. But if you're going into it with somebody else, you gotta like kind of iron out. Well, I want to use my couch. I really like this chair. Or in the bathrooms, like, oh, I want to use my towels. Or which bedroom are you gonna get? Uh, there's just a lot of little simple things other than getting movers or getting people. Because the thing that I've learned over the past, and I'm kind of guilty of doing this myself, is I hate moving. I don't think any of my friends like to move, and when they post up or they call and they ask for help, oh man, I've never turned down a friend. If they post it up on like Facebook or Twitter or something like that, I'm just gonna play stupid like I didn't even see it. But if they call me specifically, and, hey, I need your help. Can you come over here and help me move this couch, move this chair, lift it here, position it there? I'm not gonna say no. I mean, as long as I'm available and like not obligated for something else, I'm totally there. I once went to friend hit me up at like 1:30 in the morning. Hey, I need your help with something. And my first reaction was like, oh shoot, like what's going on? Are you okay? Like, so I just rushed over, and he was like, I need you to help me move this TV to my new place. I'm like, oh god, that is a that is about a 60-inch TV. I do not want, I don't want to be lifting stuff this hour of the night. Like, I'm supposed to be sleeping. You called me up. I thought it was an emergency. But anyway, so my biggest advice about getting movers, or having help, call them yourself. Call a professional person. Yeah, it sucks to have to kind of fork out money after you've probably already paid a deposit, or you've paid the first month's rent or whatever. But you know what? That mover is going to be on time. They're going to be ready, and they're going to probably do it a lot faster than you would be able to do with a friend. The second reason is there's been so many times when even family, like, you try to have them come, and because they have a truck or whatever, that you need their help doing something, and they can't make it. Something happens, they can't show up, they can't, or they bail out. More often than not, it's just they bail out. So my suggestion would be to just hire movers, and if you do hire movers, make sure they just take only the heavier stuff. All the small stuff, all your clothes, all the small boxes that probably have, for me, like my boxes of video games, maybe a few books, and drawer items, envelopes, batteries, and those kind of small things. Take those yourself, but have them move the bed, move the entertainment center, move your desk, move furniture. Just have them do that, and I guarantee, like, if it only takes a couple hours, you're only spending like $150, maybe $200 for their service, depending on which company you go through. And it's totally worth it to not have to break your back and not have to strain your muscles just to get these things going. Because you know what? Honestly, you're going to strain your muscles anyway, carrying those bags of clothes or your boxes of video games and books. So just kind of be cognizant of that. If your roommates want to get in on it, make sure you tell them the same thing. Kind of went through a little scenario where they wanted the movers to move pretty much all of their stuff, and I was just like, I only want these 10 items. And we took 4 hours to move everything, and I'm just like, my stuff was done in 45 minutes, but now we both got to split this bill. That shouldn't have happened. So be aware of that. Be very, very conscious of what stuff, again, if you're getting movers, which stuff you want them to take, and not waste too much time with the smaller stuff that you can fit into a car, that you can make multiple trips and just kind of do it yourself. The next part, making sure you have all your stuff together, who's going to use what, and then it just comes up to, how to divide the rent and all the other bills. Are you going to split it? If there's 3 of you, you're just going to split everything 3 ways, despite who gets the master bedroom. Are you going to make them pay for more because they get the master bedroom, or maybe it kind of compensates because you're going to let them use the garage? Or iron everything out. Make sure everybody is just on a clear, has a clear concept of how everything is supposed to go and how everything is going to run, just to make sure it just runs smoothly for the lease that you're going to be there. Whew. Man, I don't know what else I can go over. I'm just going everything off the top of my head that I just experienced within these past few days. Because I started moving on Saturday. Right now, obviously it's Tuesday, and there's still boxes that still haven't been undone. There are still posters of mine that still need to go up. There's art that I want to put up, and there's just a lot of things to do, and a lot of developments that have happened outside of this whole moving thing that I will get to you later. But for now, that's pretty much all I got to talk about on moving tactics. Again, have everything organized. Make sure that if you are moving from an apartment to an apartment, hire a mover. Just totally, it's so much easier. It's going to be well worth it, and you'll probably just save yourself the aggravation of muscle strain and everything. So I'm still sore. My legs are freaking inflamed from having to walk up these stairs so many times. But anyway, wanted to thank you guys for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. If there's any other tactics out there that you want me to go over, I'm going to be starting probably start talking about relationships this upcoming next Tuesday. But in any event, have a good night. Talk to you guys later. Peace.